most heavily secured prison in Mexico was believed to be completely escape-proof. Towering fences, armed watchtowers, and constant surveillance made it seem impossible for anyone to get out. But one day, everything changed. Inside that prison was a man the world knew as El Chapo, one of the most powerful drug lords in history, hunted by governments for decades. He didn't break the walls. He didn't fight the guards. And he didn't use any violence at all. He simply walked into his shower and vanished without a trace. This is the story of how one man escaped the law over and over again, building a criminal empire that spanned countries, and how, after years of failed manhunts, an unexpected interview and a single mistake finally led to his downfall. Mexico is home to one of the most heavily guarded prisons in the world. Massive concrete walls, armed guards, motion sensors, surveillance cameras, and watchtowers surround the facility. Authorities believed no one could ever escape from it. But one day, the impossible happened. A man walked into his prison shower and vanished without a trace. No explosions, no violence, no alarm, just silence. The man was Joaquin Guzman Loera, known as El Chapo, one of the most powerful drug lords in history. His story begins in La Tuna, a poor village in Mexico's Sierra Madre Mountains. He grew up in extreme poverty, where drug trafficking was often seen as the only way out. El Chapo dropped out of school early and began working in marijuana and poppy fields. Unlike others, he was highly ambitious and determined to rise. Nicknamed El Chapo because of his short height, he soon became known in criminal circles for his ruthless efficiency. He worked with traffickers, solved problems violently when needed, and quickly gained trust from cartel leaders. When the Guadalajara cartel collapsed, a power vacuum formed. El Chapo seized the opportunity and helped create what became the Sinaloa cartel. The cartel grew rapidly, trafficking cocaine, heroin, meth, and marijuana into the United States using trucks, planes, ships, and underground tunnels. El Chapo became especially known for building sophisticated tunnels under the US-Mexico border, complete with ventilation, lights, and rail systems. His empire expanded, but so did violence and corruption. Police officers, officials, and prison staff were often bribed or threatened. By the early 1990s, El Chapo was already a major criminal figure. In 1993, a major incident changed everything. At Guadalajara Airport, gunfire erupted in a chaotic shootout. Cardinal Juan Jesus Posadas Ocampo was killed during the attack. Official reports said he was caught in crossfire during an attempt to assassinate El Chapo, but many believed he was deliberately targeted or that corruption played a role. The truth remains uncertain. After this incident, El Chapo became nationally known. Authorities launched a massive manhunt and eventually arrested him. He was sentenced to prison for drug trafficking, but prison did not stop him. From inside, he continued to run the Sinaloa cartel through lawyers, corrupt guards, and trusted allies. His empire continued growing. Meanwhile, Mexico became increasingly violent as cartels fought for control. Thousands died as the drug war escalated. In 2001, fearing extradition to the United States, El Chapo escaped prison. The official story claimed he hid inside a laundry cart and was smuggled out by a bribed guard. Others believe he escaped with insider help or disguised as a police officer. Either way, he was free again. After his escape, he expanded his empire aggressively. Rival cartels weakened, and El Chapo captured major trafficking routes. The DEA assigned Agent Andrew Hogan to track him, but El Chapo constantly changed phones, SIM cards, and locations, staying ahead of authorities. Still, intelligence slowly improved. His phone signals were traced to luxury areas like Cabo San Lucas, but raids always failed because he escaped minutes before arrival. In one operation, authorities discovered a hidden tunnel beneath a house in Culiacan connected to the sewer system. He had escaped again. Eventually, Mexican Marines tracked him to a hotel in Mazatlan. This time, he was captured with his family. He was sent to Altiplano maximum security prison. Authorities believed escape was impossible, but outside, a new escape plan was already being built. A tunnel was secretly constructed near the prison, over 1.5 kilometers long, equipped with ventilation, lights, and a rail system with a modified motorcycle. A GPS device was smuggled into prison to locate his exact cell. On the night of the escape, surveillance cameras recorded El Chapo pacing in his cell before entering the shower area. He disappeared through a 50-centimeter opening into the tunnel below. From there, he was transported by motorcycle rail, exited through an unfinished house, then driven to an airstrip and flown away. The escape shocked the world. Investigations revealed possible corruption, delayed response from guards, and ignored warnings about drilling sounds. Several officials were arrested. El Chapo was once again a fugitive. In 2015, he even agreed to meet filmmakers, including actor Sean Penn and actress Kate Del Castillo, who secretly interviewed him. These meetings helped authorities track him. In 2016, Mexican Marines finally located him in Los Mochis. A raid followed with heavy gunfire. He escaped through another tunnel, but his getaway failed when a vehicle broke down. Minutes later, he was arrested on a highway. This time, there was no escape. He was extradited to the United States. In 2019, he was sentenced to life imprisonment and placed in ADX Florence Supermax prison, one of the most secure prisons in the world. El Chapo remains there today. Although he is captured, the Sinaloa cartel continues to operate globally. His story remains one of the most extraordinary crime sagas in modern history. A poor boy from the mountains who became a billionaire drug lord, escaped prisons multiple times, and built a criminal empire that reshaped global drug trafficking forever. But in the end, even legends fall. This is the story of El Chapo. If you like the story, subscribe our channel, share with others, and press the bell icon for more amazing video.